Welcome to the Euros. It's day 3, two-wheel drive, round 4 and round 5 of qualifying, and the two-wheel drive finals. So this is round 4 of qualifying, and it is heat number 10 of 11. So just to give you a few names, we have
Number 3,
David Ongaro in this one, Noah Ben Mohammed,
number 3,
and Lee Martin and Josh Holsworth from BRCA. Almost looks like an A final here, to be honest. It's the second from top heat. So I'm just trying to find my position for filming the finals.
So if
This
you want
looks-
to know it, 10, 1, 9,
This looks pretty
5,
good.
3 in the front, 7, 8, 6,
Let's do a little
2,
scan.
4 in the back.
So I can tell you the rumour mill is running hot at the moment. All sorts of rumours about drivers who've
So now we're set.
had it. They're
Looks good. Masters
done.
ready,
This is
drivers ready.
too much of a
Number
pain.
10, you've got track time.
And there's some drivers who are coming to the forefront, such as Alexander Landon, who is in this heat, the associated driver.
3, 2,
Absolutely flying.
start of car 10, car 1, car 9, car 5,
So
car 3, car 7, car 8,
so this is
car 6, car
heat
2,
10 of 11, as I mentioned.
car 4,
We will follow Birkin Kilic. So he's down in front of the rostrum, hairpin back the roller that's causing too many problems, and then jumping, then up onto the top deck and the step up, step down, and around into triple, single, and around the black hairpins and up to the hardest part on the track, which is the double, which is at the very, very peculiar angle. Very difficult to judge, and it's a blind entry, so really just the worst combination of things. It appears I'm going to have to get a sun hood for my camera because I cannot see a thing on the screen, so forgive me if we're a bit all over the place. If I can try and just find where the shadows are coming from, put my hand over it. By the time the finals come along, the sun will have moved and things won't be so bad. I actually used a bit of glass cleaner on the screen. Big mistake. I've made it so shiny I can't see a thing. Well, that's what happens. Should have left it dirty. So Kilic out in front, putting his ace scale knowledge to use. You can see he is active in the air and quite good in the air.
2 minutes now, 3 to go, guys.
So we will try and pick up Lee Martin. We've heard a terrible rumour at Lee, and I really hope it's not true. Really hope that's not true, that he is set to announce his retirement from international racing. I believe his new career as a sort of robotic cameraman or something. Mobile cameraman, robotic, gimbal operator, I'm not sure what it is. But high-tech camera work anyway. He's taking up too much of his time. So I hope it's not true. And if it is true, we hope he has an excellent event here to go out with a bang.
2 minutes to drive.
course, driving for Schumacher now. Giacomo for a long time. Who's that behind him? Let's see who we can pick up here, who's coming by us. Let's have a look at David Ongaro. Here is David. Plain blue shell. Again, excellent in the air. Really showing us how to do it. Also interesting to see, you don't have to be super neat at the apex, it's all about corner speed.
Qualification 4.
You know.
1 minute 10 seconds, guys. 1:10.
I often watch these guys and I think that perhaps a lot of the club racers that cannot progress into being sort of a,
1 minute to drive.
say, top 50 or top 30 here, that's just because they're driving at 105 or 110% all the time. I watched David Ongaro going around, who is a potential winner of the event, and just slow and smooth and no mistakes. Not trying to rapidly fire around, just getting all the jumps right. Look at that, beautiful. You know, this track is not suited to the average club racer for sure, who's come to have a go. It is showing us what the best in Europe and potentially the world can do when things are against them. So it's very hard to know. Do we go with EFRA events that are not full, that are not filling towards the back of the field, just to satisfy the championship at the top, or do we make it a bit easier and have a tighter race at the front? Here's Hupo.
Keep it up, guys.
Hupo commented that the track is horrible, and I think a lot of people agree with him. They're not having a nice time. I think that might be heat over. There's the heat over. So I've no results in front of me. I cannot tell you who, what or when, but I can tell you the two drivers we looked at there look pretty good. Three drivers we looked at were pretty good. Just trying to adjust my screen a bit to try and so I can sort of see it a bit better. Not sure if I'll be able to aim the camera if I hold it like this. I have the screen sort of tilted up out of it, so it's not creating too much of a shadow. Anyway, look, let's see how we get on. So here we go, round 4 of qualifying, heat number 12. And if you've been following, you will know that Jorn Newman has made it 3 out of 3. Why has Jorn made it 3 out of 3? Because he is really good in the air. Every time I see him up in the air, it looks like the car is about to come down and barrel roll off. And every time it comes down and lands absolutely perfectly. So he's got the knack, that is for sure. We also have Marcus Kerup,
5 minutes.
Michael Orlowski and Daniel Kobovic, and the two Hall brothers from the UK. And Wesley van Helmond. Bruno, of course, is here. Jona Hattinen is here. And Luke Holsworth is here. So great to see Luke running in the top heat. Absolutely dominant at the BRCA earlier in the year at Southport. So let's have a look at... I'm not going to be able to do this. I have to tilt my screen back up so I can aim it correctly. Let's have a look at Michael Orlowski here. So Orlowski, of course, the lead Schumacher driver. Super smooth, as you would expect, and he's on the starting grid. Tommy Hall coming around to line it up. Tommy's going well. Sort of says that he's not going well, but I think he is going well.
Looks we're set. Masters ready, drivers ready. Group number 11, you got track time.
10, 9,
So it should be Jorno first. We're going to watch Jorn,
6,
try and learn a few things.
4,
Yeah, I think if Jorn comes here
1,
with the S-Works and
stop.
makes it 4 out of 4
Car 4,
and secures TQ for sure, or pole position for the A final, should I say.
car 2,
That's really something.
car 7,
The car in the air, absolutely superb.
car
Just a little flick of the steering.
car 5,
It wants to come down nice and quickly. It's lovely and neat through there.
car 10,
Once again, he's not the most rapid thing I've seen on track. It's just smooth and easy. As he goes down to the hairpin, lovely and neat through there. It's especially neat on the second hairpin so that he doesn't carry too much speed into it. That is something I am not doing a lot of. I find myself climbing up the first ramp far too quickly and not being able to get it stopped in time. So I need to neaten up there for sure. And he's just excellent over those jumps, really. Jorn, of course, with a lot of 8-scale nitro experience.
Take care of the 3-1. Steer.
There is a threat of rain for the finals, which is a worry. Well, I don't have times in front of me. What I can tell you is Michael Orlowski running second on the road is maintaining roughly the same gap as he started off with. We might just drop back to Michael. Michael coming into the hairpin now. I might just zoom you in just a little bit. I got to know Michael a little bit at the BRCA Championship last year, and he is a very nice guy. I can tell he's been a little bit quieter than normal here, taking it seriously, which is what we like to see. Track, oh, very, very lucky there. Michael over and then almost completed a roll in the air and landed perfectly on his wheels, losing a fraction of time. Now back to Marcus Kerup, and Marcus is up now on the back of Michael after a mistake from Michael. So this will be interesting.
Take it easy on the 1 cheese.
Wow, Michael fast up there by the lighthouse. How he's able to gate that, and he's over again. Well, that won't do Kerup any favours. Well, Marshall, a bit odd to put the car that crashed first down in front of the car that got caught. But anyway, and it's upset Kerup. He's got problems there. I'm worried about the A finals here. I think the track is too difficult. I think there's too many obstacles rather than features. And I think that, such as that, I think our A finals will be marred by accidents that would happen to anybody. Like, to be honest, if Bruno Coelho is making these sort of unpredictable mistakes, then the track's too hard for 10 scale. We're still with Michael Orlowski. Or we'll catch up to Jorn. Now Jorn is way out in front. Jorn is way out in front. This is a dominant display, and if it stays in this type of condition, Jorn playing it safe now, wide off the apexes. Not, just making sure he doesn't crash. Is that where we are now with these high profile races, that it's not really racing, it's just who can avoid the obstacles? I hope not. I think Jorn, knowing that he's quite a bit ahead, has just backed off the risk, because there's just too much risk. We didn't look at him through the middle portion of the race, but I'd be surprised if he's had an accident. You can see now that he has passed, I believe, is that Wesley? Could be, I can't quite see who that is. No, it's Jamie Hall, of course. You should know that car. It's Jamie Hall. You can see Jamie well able to stick with Jorn, if I keep up with him. Jamie well able to stick with Jorn after being passed on the track. So it just shows you. Jorn turned up the wick at the start of the race, made his gap. Other main challengers had faults, and he just backed it off and just played it safe. Well, that's the way to do it. Fantastic. So there we go. That is heat 12, round 4 qualifying. Unlikely that anybody from the lower heats will beat Jorn's time, so I would suggest that's probably, now I've got to confirm this, but I would suggest that that's probably 4 from 4 for Jorn. I didn't see anyone in the heat going anywhere near his pace. Yes, he gets the handshake from teammate, so it's 4 from 4 from Jorn. Well done, Jorn. So, there you are. A final grid slot number 1 for Jorn Newman. See you later.